In today's video, guys, I'm going to show you what have come about of when I was growing the pumpkins. I'm sure you guys have seen it in the videos. I've put them in there, or some sort of clips is that they are in the videos that I've done within the tomatoes, or in videos you might have a little glimpse of it. I'm going to pop a few little screenshots of what they were. I might even run a little video of it. Some of you guys have seen it, I'm sure of it. We're heading towards fall. Pumpkins are amazing. Pumpkins can be used within your cooking. My subscribers who are Jamaicans, or new subscribers which are Jamaicans, or anybody from Jamaica will definitely have heard of pumpkin rice. Pumpkin rice is when the pumpkin is mixed within the rice, so it cooks along the rice and it changes it and gives a beautiful color, and it's amazing. It's delicious. It's sweet because pumpkin is sweet. It's amazing to eat. Some of us from the Caribbean as well definitely know this. Actually, the whole Caribbean should know pumpkin rice, and Africa as well should know about pumpkin rice. I'm sure of it. Or anywhere else in the world. There might be. I might be wrong. Pumpkin is definitely used within a lot of cuisines. We have it when you boil it. You can eat it. We even have it on Halloween. Halloween is coming up, guys. That's when you normally see within the UK and your Americas as well, and some other parts in the world, when they harvest their pumpkin, they've made a little bit scary face, put a candle in it. To me, that's kind of a waste, because that's food. You could have been using it for something else. Americans definitely know about this. Americans make pumpkin pie. Americans, should I say. They use pumpkin to make pumpkin pie. Never had it myself, but I've been told it's very, very delicious. But definitely, I'm from a Jamaican background, so I tend to just boil the pumpkin or make the rice, as I said. Some of us from the Caribbean and Jamaica, so we juice the pumpkin to get all the nice nourishments of it. Pumpkin is just absolutely delicious for me. Maybe not for you, but in other dishes it might be delicious. But I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. It looks a bit, the leaves are dying now because obviously it's coming to fall. It's starting to become colder in the night, so the leaves are going to be getting themselves down. Guys, I just want to say, for the last couple of days in the UK, we have been having the most amazing weather. I have no idea if everybody can see this. This is a total manifestation of global warming that we're having, because it's almost the end of September and we're having 20 or 23 degrees heat. Does that make sense? Naturally no. But this is the sort of weather we're having. We have full blast. I don't know if you guys can see that the sun is totally blinding me right now. It's here. But here, guys, have a look. I don't know if you guys can see it. So you can see where the leaves of the pumpkin is drying back. I will be harvesting these soon, because once they are drying or totally dried, I'm going to cut them and get them inside my shed and bring them home to dry out a little bit more before I cut them. They are so amazing. And the crop has been beautiful this year. You know, the plot that I use here, I normally don't plant pumpkins. Pumpkins I normally plant, if you guys can see, further up there. Ding! Just right there. I normally put the pumpkins up there, but they haven't been doing well, so I've been rotating them. So I've been putting them here. So this is what the result of them. Some of them is still growing. There's a smaller one there. It looks amazing. And there's another one here as well, a little bit bigger. And as you can see, guys, this is the main stem from the pumpkin. So pumpkin is I don't know if you guys out there have actually grown pumpkin, or those who have not, but I've seen like a pumpkin or a cucumber, because they do grow similar, because they grow from one here. Let me just show you guys. This is where I planted two in a hole, and they branch all the way out to there. And even this one here, if you guys can see, this one spread it all the way. Let's see if I can trace it all the way here. There's some here. So it's spread all over the place, and it's amazing. It's totally amazing to see. It is something that is dear to my heart to see something grow. Because what I did when the pumpkins, I sow them at home first. Then when I've got the pumpkin on its third leaf, I transplanted to here. But what I did before I transplanted, before all the process of that, I turn over the soil. I lit a fire. I burnt everything that's there, whatever, any wood that I could find, any boxes I could find. Mainly I burnt a lot of the grass because pumpkin loves ash. Actually, a lot of vegetables and fruits love ash because ash has a lot of phosphorate and it has a lot of nitrogen. It's an amazing thing to plant in. If you look at some of a lot of Asian cultures, and still practicing today in some of the forest places in the world where some tribes are still there, they tend to burn the soil first, then plant, because by burning the products around it, not just it clears the soil, it enriches the soil as well at the same time. So you're gonna have that as well. So I think a lot of people in Jamaica as well, they tend to do that, burn it first and then they plant the pumpkin. But pumpkin runs everywhere, there's none stopping it. But within the UK, because we have such a small limit at a time, it doesn't spread mad like obviously in the Caribbean or Africa, where you can leave it and it constantly bears for you. As long as you've taken care of it, it will bear. It will put on more fruit. You can actually harvest it. It will continue to put on more and more and more. So that's the greatest thing about it. You can do that when it's in the warmer climates, like some of the southern Asian countries, they plant pumpkin. But pumpkin doesn't come just in the grey colours that you've seen here. There's dark green ones. I'm going to put a few pictures in on the screen. You'll see I will just throw some of those pictures out there. They come in so many different colours. It's amazing. So many different textures, so many different tastes. Some of them are beautiful. My favourite of all time are the dark, really dark, hard-skinned pumpkin, which are, to me, they're the hardest ones to cut because I normally use a meat cleaver to cut it. It's very hard. But when you've boiled it, but then again, you don't want to boil it too hard, soft. Pumpkin is easily to mash up in the pot if you're boiling it. So you got to be careful. You don't want to put it in there and let it become mushy. Quick boil it, let it get a bit to a certain temperature. You got to keep an eye on it anyway, a certain texture. And then you just, oh, it's delicious, amazing, beautiful stuff. But back to what I was saying, I'm a bit sidetracked there at the moment because food is so dead to me. I've actually gone into another lane of thinking something else. But food is amazing, but pumpkin is delicious. So as I was saying about the pumpkin, once I planted them at home, when they reached a certain level, you know, because this is one of the ones that I planted at home and brought here. You can see how it's done very well. They were just little tiny plants, and the third leaf was on it until when I brought them over here. So I planted them, but I used the hoe to dig a hole. I put compost, obviously with a little bit of soil that is here, and I put a lot of compost in it. Then I put them and then well water it and let it grow up a little bit. And some of us will notice, but some of us don't. Then I put some organic pebbles of chicken manure around it, and then after about a week I molded. I don't know if some of you guys can see where some of the fertilizer that's dissolved, some of it hasn't fully dissolved yet, some of it's still there. That's with the white thing. This is where I put it away from the roots. Some of it is still here to give it some nourishment. Some of it is still there. That's the white. I don't know, it's just falling apart. The pebbles, yeah, that's the pebbles that I use. They're amazing. Give a lot of nourishment and nutrients to the soil and get the pumpkin growing. So that's why I'm so grateful, because I've taken care of this today and I've got a really amazing harvest. I'm actually proud of this. This is the first year in a long time that I've got pumpkins. That's this delicious. But then I will have a recap of once I've harvested them and I brought them home, and I'll show you what they look like. They're amazing. They're not the biggest, they're not the most, but they're special to me. So that's it for today, guys. I just want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Drop me a comment. It's great to see you guys out there communicating. It's amazing to communicate with people. So if you have any knowledge I could learn from, or you can learn from me, or I can learn from you, everything is welcome to my channel. Drop me a comment and I'll get back to you guys. So as I say, every Friday something will be there. You can stay forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Stay tuned, there'll be more. Have a great day.